guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, a couple months ago, I was at a trade show and I ran into Radio Flyer, and I didn't know they made bikes. So I'm like, I need to see what you guys can do here. And so they sent me one. This is called the M880. And based on their website and looking at all the accessories these guys have, it looks like they're more geared towards hauling your kids around, going to the grocery store, doing like small trips, because they got a lot of accessories for that rear rack for different sized children. So I'm gonna show you what it can do. As far as power goes, there's a 500 watt brushless motor in that rear wheel, and that's powered by a 48 volt, 15 amp hour Samsung battery and takes 10 hours for recharge. It's got 5 pedal assist levels, a half twist throttle, and a top speed of 20 miles per hour. So pedal assist level 0, no power. I'm on the first gear and slight like 2-3% grade, and it is starting to burn. So you'll get a good workout riding with this without any power. On speed mode 1, 10 miles per hour. 2 is 12 miles per hour, 3 is 15, 4 is 18, and 5 is 20. And as soon as it hits 19, 20, that motor just cuts off. So they have put a dampener on that. And then on pedal assist 5, if I really start cranking it, you know, there's 24. I can get a little faster than 20, but woo, there's a lot of resistance in the cranks. That is a quick and ferocious burn. And now it's time to see how zippy and how poppy it is. This is the acceleration test. Now the bike does weigh 67 pounds, can carry a rider up to 220 pounds, and has a 300 pound capacity. I'm gonna show you how long it takes to hit 20 miles per hour with both pedal assist 5 and straight throttle. All right, for the acceleration test, I've got a full battery, speed mode 5 in the first gear. Let's see how sensitive this is. And there's about 3/4 of revolution before the power comes on. And like I mentioned before, just kind of gentle and just cuts off right at 20. And now just using the half twist throttle. Well, it's instant, pretty slow for that first 10-15 feet. Now it's starting to gain some momentum, some speed. And there's 20. The M880 has a range rating of 30 to 50 miles. Time to test that out. Gonna do 2 range tests, one on flat terrain at 20 miles per hour and one in much hillier terrain at 20 miles per hour. All right, guys, I'm on the race test. Gonna tell you all about the bike. Starting with all the stuff that comes with it. You get a toolkit, some rear and front reflectors, and an owner's manual, and then the front fender. The rear one is pre-installed. Overall assembly took me about 25-30 minutes, so not too bad. It does come in 5 colors. This is their traditional trademark red. The rear rack comes pre-installed. You can add a front one, and there are accessory bags for the front and the rear. Well, it's my first battery bar. I've gone 8.38 miles, full throttle, averaging 19-20 miles per hour. So I'm going 15-16 miles per hour. As far as balance, you know, I'm pedaling. It's actually got really good balance for a step-through bike. Let's get some speed here. This is a good downhill section. The balance is really good at 20 miles per hour. Let's see if it's good at 30. There's 32. Got a nice turn here. Oh yeah, balance is still nice. Those road tires just really gonna help make it a smooth ride. It is a little bit loud for a 500 watt motor. Just stop and like listen to it. I'll stop pedaling. Start pedaling. Takes a second for the power to ramp up. It's not the loudest 500 watt motor I've heard, but it is up there. I like the overall feel. There's no rattling, shaking. This is a well-traveled canyon road. You know, there's cracks and bumps every 20 or 30 feet. And when I hit those, even going 30 miles an hour, there's very little shaking and no rattling. Everything is glued, locked in tight, no loose screws. It feels well built and solid. Missing 2 battery bars, and I've gone 14.98 miles. The bike comes in 3 different sizes. They sent me the large one, and honestly, I think I should have had the medium. I really have to lean over to grab the handlebars. It gives you more of a mountain bike, more of an aggressive riding stance and style. And that is with the handlebars raised up. There's a spot for an Allen wrench where you can push them out or bring it back towards you. So I do have them raised to the highest level, and I'm still leaning over quite a ways. I would suggest if you're right there on the size cutoff, you know, between a small, medium, or large, I would do the size lower. Okay, I lost 3 battery bars. I've gone 21.22 miles. Diving into the cockpit, like I mentioned before, there's a ton of space. There's a lot of room. If you're a bigger rider, you're really gonna enjoy this bike. You're not gonna feel cramped. Handlebar length is around 28 inches. There's a 2-inch rise on them, but even with that, they are still fairly low. As I mentioned before, I'm leaning down. But as far as managing, handling, things like that, that length fits the bike. You got ergonomic TPU grips, and they are chonky. They're huge. They do move around a little bit. I can turn them, so you want to put some glue and solidify them. Got a Shimano 7-speed SIS index. Going up is 1 at a time, 7 gears. Coming down, 7 to 1, 1 push. And that is matched with a Shimano tourney derailleur. I do wish the saddle was a little bit more comfortable. If I pick this bike up, I think I'd switch that out. And then moving down the bike, you got 26 by 3-inch road tires. They are puncture resistant. There's a 3-inch puncture resistant liner in there, which is what you want if you're doing a lot of commuting driving. Don't have to worry about flats. Lost 4 battery bars. I've gone 26.67 miles, full throttle. Still averaging 19-20 miles per hour and had a couple dozen stops. All right, guys, that ends the first range test. Almost 28 miles with over 1,000 feet elevation gain, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, gonna charge it back up, do range test number 2. Okay guys, the second range test is done. I have 1 battery bar left on the bike and it just hit that last battery bar as I was pulling it to my truck. So anyway, my app recorded 22.45 miles with 3,723 feet elevation gain. Elevation really doesn't affect the performance of this bike, which is nice. So now you know what it can do when you ride it nice and when you ride it hard on flat terrain and up the mountains. Well, next is hill test. I couldn't find a hill test rating, but the motor does produce 50 Newton meters of torque. Okay, starting to climb right away. 15% grade hill. I got a full battery, speed mode 3. I'm on the first gear, and right now I can feel some resistance as I'm pedaling. Not a lot, going 9 miles per hour. This is where the steepest part of the hill is. This is where the 50% grade is. Okay, and I can feel more resistance in the cranks. Bike's doing about 80%. Motor's starting to hum at me, down to 7. And this is the trickiest part through here. Yeah, now putting some good effort. Hit that throttle, nothing with the throttle. it's giving all I can give. Down to 6, bouncing back and forth between 6 and 7. And just past the steepest part of the hill, my heart rate's beating a little bit, you know, you do gotta help it out. Not a lot though, bike's doing most of the work. And over the toughest part, so 6 miles per hour, 50% grade hill with a 185-pound rider. And now it's time to test out the Tektro 180mm disc brakes coming down the same hill I just went up for the hill test. First thing, right side controls the rear, left side the fronts. Get some speed here. So light braking, a little bit of pulsating, not too bad. No grinding, no noises, none of the nasty stuff that you don't want to hear when you're hitting the brake. Coming down the steepest part of the hill, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Yeah, nice skid on the back wheel. It took me about 30 feet to stop, but that is controlled, nice and controlled. Let me run you through the LCD screen. Just 1 single unit on the left side with 3 buttons, power button. In the P menu, there's just 2 P settings. You can change the brightness of that screen. I've got it turned to the highest brightness level and I can easily see it. Hit the power button to change through different readouts. Plus and minus, of course, to change the pedal assist levels, 0 through 5. Hold down the plus button to turn on the lights. Got a nice looking headlight in the front, and then a tail light connected to the fender. And when I hit the brake lever, that does light up. Hold down the minus button for the walk assist. That just goes about 3 miles per hour. The bike is water resistant, has a 1-year warranty, free shipping in the lower 48, a 30-day free trial, and 24/7 support. All right guys, well now you know what a bike from Radio Flyer can do. I thought it held up pretty good. It's got an awesome range with a lot of elevation gain, decent hill climbing ability, lots of accessories. I mean, if you're looking for a bike to haul your kids around, make small trips, this is a good option. If you want to pick it up, I've got the link in the description. Also be sure to check out my website, electricrevolutionreviews.com. There you can find all my reviews sorted by price and capability. Hit that like button before you go, and please subscribe for the latest on electric bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.